Ever tried to put on your favourite necklace only to find that it's become a tangled mess? Well, not to worry. Today I'm going to show you how to untangle even the most stubborn of necklaces. First, we're going to need some supplies. Find yourself 2 pointy tools such as a toothpick, sewing needles or pins. First up, we have a thin chain. These dainty necklaces are a wardrobe must-have, but unfortunately they can tangle insanely easily. While some people like to keep the necklace clasped, we've found that it's actually much easier to untangle the chains when the clasp is unhooked. Lay your chain on a hard, flat surface, and we're going to begin loosening the knot. The best way to do this is by finding the center of the knot and rubbing it gently between your fingers. You can also use your tools to help gently separate it. Be cautious when using needles though, because you don't want to accidentally scratch your jewellery. Focus on the centre and pull the chain apart to make the knot expand. Once you've expanded the knot, you should easily be able to pull the chain free. These little guys can also be a bit annoying to untangle, but with a little bit of patience and determination, we will have it looking good as new in no time. Now, let's move on to something a little more complicated. We have a chain with a pendant. This one can be trickier since the pendant tends to get in the way. First, try to separate the pendant from the entire equation. If you can, I'd suggest removing it from the chain as it can be really challenging to thread a chunky pendant through a pesky knot. Next, we're going to get to work on untangling the knot using the same method as before. I think a chain style like a belcher chain is easier to untangle because of the size of the links. If you can, try to separate the knot using your fingers only to avoid risking any damage or scratching. If you are unable to remove the pendant, then try to thread the empty side of the chain through the knot. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Now let's move on to the trickiest of all tangles, the dreaded double chain knot. This usually happens when chains are stored in a loose jewellery box. Start by untwisting the ends of the chain until you are left with a main knot, or in this case, knots. Work on each knot individually, going from the furthest away from the clasp and inwards. This will help you to avoid threading knots through knots and creating more mess. Loosen each knot with your tools or your fingers and repeat the process that we did before. All done. Now you can untangle all of your necklaces with confidence.